Hi everyone. So we are going to set up a simple model and we need to enter data with 100% accuracy and we're going to format cells. So a university student is living away from home for the first time and she wants to make sure that she budgets the limited amount of money she will have. She's going to create a spreadsheet model. You're going to follow her steps. So load the spreadsheet software Excel, which I have over here. Enter the details shown exactly as they appear below. Note, you will need to format the text in some of the cells. You will need to format cells D3 and D10, so D3 and D10, so that the text is wrapped in the cell. This keeps the cell width the same by moving the text so that it fits in within the width. So you'll see that it just makes everything, it keeps the width, and then all of the text just kind of bursts out at the top and at the bottom. You can do this by clicking on the cell where you want the text to be wrapped, and then on home, and then wrap text. Okay, so the first thing is I'm just going to see if I can make this as big as possible. We can see in A1, so in cell A1, weekly budget. So I am first just going to type everything that we need for this. So A3 is income. If you press tab on your keyboard, then you can see you'll go to the next cell every time, but you can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move around. So if you want to keep your fingers on the keyboard, it's usually a bit faster, which is nice. Weeks, and then income per week. And then she has a 12 in there, and then a dollar sign, and then 2250. That's a lot. Student loan per term, and we wage from part-time job, and we see in cell B5 we have the dollar sign, and then 105, and 1 week. Okay, then we want total income per week. Oops, total income per week. So in A10 we have spending, we have amount, we have weeks, spending per week, and it's monthly rent, books per term, food per month, clothes per term, then entertainment. I think I've spelled that incorrectly. Entertainment. Oh no, I did not. Per term. And then we have travel. Travel per term. Okay, so now we know what the spending is, and the different amounts is 250. We have 210. We have 280. And we have 240. We have 50. Then we also have 145. And the weeks, we have 4, 12, 4, 12, 1, 12. Okay, nothing that we have to put in there. Then we see at cell A18. So A18. we have total spending per week. And then in cell A20 we have balance left slash owed at end of week. Okay, so for now we have put in all the information we need, but in order for all of this to fit in, you just double click when you see those two arrows. You just make sure everything fits in as it should. Oh, this one we should not do that. They said for cell D3 and D10, if you keep control in on your keyboard and you click, you'll see that you can select specific cells. If you click them again, then you deselect them. So I have just selected income per week and spending per week. Then you go to home in the ribbon and you just choose wrap text. So it's wrap extra long text into multiple lines so you can see all of it. So that's basically what that just did. And then some of them are in bold. So this one also looks a bit bigger than the rest. Let's make it 14. They didn't specify how it should look like. So I'm going to make this bold with a bold, and then I'm going to, wait, maybe I'm not going to format paint that one. Let's make this one bold, and I'm going to format paint. Everything that I drag also becomes emboldened, but everything that you've done in that cell will change everything else. So if you want to, you can just select this single cell and say format painter. We know this one also needs to be wrap text, but then from here you can just say format painter, and it does for all of that. It's also not wrong if you just choose these ones. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And you can also just select bold. There are different ways in which you can do different things on this. So there's not just one good way. I like the format painter, but it's not, yeah, you'll be fine if you use that as well. So next thing that we need to do is they say in cell D4, so go to cell D4, enter the following formula to work out the amount the student gets per week from her student loan. So we need to say equals B4, that is division in computers, so that's the division sign, the forward slash, B4 divided by C4. Okay, so we have B4 divided by C4. Now, you will notice that we are going to get an error. It says value. This means that if you say show calculation steps, it's going to show us that the first step we're going to evaluate. The first step it's going to do, it's going to say B4 divided by C4. So it gives us the values of B4 and C4. The problem with this is you can see we have some quotation marks over there. Now a computer reads quotation marks as a text. In programming we call it a string, but it's a text. You get integers, which are just normal numbers, and you get real values, which are decimal numbers, and those are the only things that are important. But you get numbers with decimals and just normal numbers, and then you get strings. The first problem that the computer has, as soon as you say evaluate, the next evaluation will result in the error. So first it gives the values of cell B4 and C4, so it puts it in there. So B4 is equal to the text 2250, and it's equal to 12. We as humans can see that that is a number. We can see that that is a unit of money. But the thing is, we didn't tell the computer that this is a unit of money, or that it's a number, because we just typed in a symbol. So it's kind of like saying that the computer reads that as the exact same thing. It doesn't read this as a money symbol. So I can type in any symbol over here, and it looks like something you'll see in a textbook or in a something being written, and the computer sees the exact same thing. So in order for us to help the computer to see that this value, so again, there's a problem with the value, so that means there's a problem with the value. We need to make this into a number. Now you can say this and then it will work. We just created a number out of this. But the thing is, they said we need to make all of this exactly like it looks like here. So how would I do that? So you go right click and you say format cells. Now it's currently at a category called general. So it is a number now because there's no symbol in front of it. And usually the first hint you'll get if it's a number or a text. So if I type in 500, okay, it kind of ignored my space just there. But if I type in $500, you'll see that usually text gets left aligned immediately by default. And if I type in 500, or let's just maybe put this one beneath it, a integer or a number would be right aligned. So that's usually the first step you'll see if maybe some of the values are wrong. But anyway, you right click, you say format cells, and we want a currency. And our symbol should be American United States. There we go. So United States, and you can see in the example there are no decimal places for our money unit. So no decimal places. And then you just say okay. So now you can see we have 2,250. You can this should still work. And if I format paint this into this one and I type in 105, you'll see now I have 105 as an integer. So if I drag this formula down, this is true. 105 divided by 1 is 105. But we probably want all of this to be in dollars. So same formatting. So now we have the dollars. I just want to make sure, okay, they have decimal places. So these ones we actually do have to format into currency, and we need 2 decimal places, and it's going to be the United States one over here. So make that format paint, so it's going to be the same for all of these. And then also we want to make sure all of our units over here are formatted to money. So I almost have a class coming in now, so I'm going to end the video now, but this is how you will format this so that the formulas that they give you to put in will work. So we're going to say this divided by that gives us 62, drag it down, and then just make sure that your format is a number or it's a text, so you can decide which one it should be. So I hope this video helps with this assignment. Enjoy the rest of your day.